goalkeepers, 2 Premier League and 1 very high level Championship goalkeeper, so there'll be things that I'll be looking to add to my game, and hopefully that can only better me and aid my performances here at County.
Yeah, and those goalkeepers, not just Premier League goalkeepers, they probably played 500 games between them. Was there anything specifically that you took off them, or was it a case of just trying to learn everything?
Just everything as a whole really, but their general work ethic day in, day out, every day is a learning day. And not to say that I haven't been doing that already, but those boys take it to a completely new level, and it's something I'll be looking to emulate, hopefully, and hopefully, like you said, find myself on that plane in the summer.
Yeah, it's fair to say when you go away with those camps, you obviously take everything from the whole squad. You said you can be a little bit nervous on those first meetings when you meet Real Madrid players, Juventus players, but did you feel like, because a lot of players talk here at County when they first come in, they're welcomed, was it the same sort of feeling? Yeah, 100%. You have that initial shock of obviously seeing the people that you've only ever really seen on the TV, but after that they're really humble guys, extremely hard trainers, extremely good work ethic, and just all around normal sound people. I mean, you obviously get I've had the odd text from friends and stuff asking what they're like, and they're just completely humble guys. They go out every day, they try their hardest, and when it comes to game day, they're 100% focused and ready to do the job. And it's fair to say the post-match celebrations probably, I mean, I guess the same as 4 years ago, but you did position yourself very well in those photos.
Of course, yeah.
Between a man that cost £90 million and a man that moved to Juventus, you positioned yourself very well in those pictures, I must say.
I've had a lot of tags on Instagram and a lot of things. Obviously, I've stood right behind the Wales Golf Madrid sign, so positioned myself lovely for that one. But no, that was completely by accident. I was just obviously enjoying the success that team has done over the last 12 to 18 months. They're an extremely talented team, and one that hopefully I can be a part of, but one that if not, I'll be cheering on from back home in the summer.
Yeah, and you've clearly had success at club level, different clubs and whatever, but it's fair to say that when you were running over to the fans at the end of that game, I hope you didn't hurt yourself when you went down, but those sort of feelings and those moments, again, that must be up there, because it brought a nation together.
Only being with that squad for 12 days, I felt like part of it, and that's the biggest compliment to them. Probably I can give them, that they made me feel a real part of that squad. It was a real togetherness. I know obviously the hashtag is Together Stronger that they use repeatedly, but it really felt like that. Like, it felt like I'd known them boys years. I mean, there was even a couple of comments after that it felt like we'd been together as a squad since the under-21. So that was something that that will be an irreplaceable moment in my mind. The night that I was part of the team that qualified for the Euro 2020 finals.
And I suppose it was helpful for you because, as you say, you didn't come through the age grades with them, but actually you were made to feel as if you were.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, there's no egos, there's no priority over players. They're all treated equal. They're all extremely talented footballers. I must reiterate that they're like the level that those boys perform at every single day. Almost like I had to up my game immensely to be even on a par with them. So it's an unbelievable experience, and to replicate that, what I did in that 12 days with Wales back to the Newport form would be an unbelievable achievement, and I'm sure it'll see me up in and around it by the end of the season.
And from being within the stadium, couldn't particularly notice too many of the players singing the national anthem. How close are you with that?
Close. We got the first line down. So I've actually bought an app on my phone now, which is teaching me the phonetics and stuff. So I might not have the wording completely down, but I'll be singing the right words come May, hopefully.
Yeah, and I suppose speaking to the press and all that beforehand, but having reflected upon it, probably one of the best moments of your career overall.
Yeah, I'd say so. Top moment, just really top moment. I mean, the atmosphere in the stadium was electric. The performance from the boys was outstanding, and to be a part of all of that in general, I mean, just the overall experience, the 12 days, the 10 days, going out to Azerbaijan, a new country during the season for me, which is a new thing that I had to deal with personally, and being in the hotels and getting up, sleeping, getting the timings right and stuff like that. Like, it was just something that I've taken so many plus points from that week that I'm just looking forward to getting back out on the pitch now for County and showing what I've learned in that 10 days, 12 days.
And I suppose one of the things that goalkeepers probably notice when Wayne Hennessy makes that double save, what was it, 36 minutes, hadn't had to do much before that, but again that's his sort of, he was mentally focused regardless if he was just walking around for the first half hour, but when he was called upon, that was quite a big moment in the grand scheme of the game.
Wayne is a goalkeeper that I know previously from working with him at Crystal Palace when I was a young kid coming through the academy. Wayne trains at the highest level of intensity and professionalism every single day, and that save does not come as a surprise to the people that know him, because they know how good he is, and we see it every day. He makes saves like that every day. So he is a top goalkeeper, and he is someone that I'm looking to learn a lot from, and the more times that I can be around those sort of people, top goalies and top professionals, then the more I can soak up, hopefully, and put that into my own game.
Yeah, and I guess you have mentioned it a couple of times, but I guess the main thing for you now is to make sure that you take what you've learned and move it into the league game starting on Saturday with Oldham. Yeah,
I mean, it's all very well and good saying like what you've learned and stuff like that, but showing it, replicating it on the pitch is a completely different story, and it's something that I've done quite well with in the past. And I'm a very visual learner, and doing those things and replicating it on the pitch is a completely different thing. But we'll be looking for a positive result on Saturday to get our league form up and running again. Obviously the win tonight against Grimsby was very good. To be a part of a team that's going to hopefully go on another amazing FA Cup run, that's going to be a special moment again, just to add to the special moments that have happened so far in the season. So it's going to be another one, but we're looking to push on as soon as possible in the league.
Yeah, I mean, difficult for us to talk about it because we're sat here post-match of an FA Cup game. Oldham probably haven't done too much work on it, but what are your feelings going into that game? Because this is obviously the programme for it. We have to talk about it.
Yeah, no problem. They are a side that's very. Their work ethic is a credit to them. That comes from their manager, who I've also worked under. Their work ethic is a credit to them. I don't think the results have quite gone their way, but it's a team that we take very seriously, and our home form is vital to us if we're going to achieve what we want to achieve by the end of the season. We need to get that up and running. We need to start the next run of games that we're unbeaten here at home, and make it hopefully longer than the last one.
I mean, it's harsh to say that the crowd was low today, but it was low for in general. But I'm sure most of them were still drunk from last night.
Yeah.
But I felt when it is those league games, back to probably what's going to be 4,000 or 5,000. They are a motivating factor because you give that little bit extra for them.
I mean, and even just like when we do have 4,000 or 5,000, it's like having an extra man on the pitch with us. And I mean, you mentioned there, obviously they're still drunk from last night. That was like the 12th man for us, 1,000,000%. I mean, they call it the Red Wall. It was just unbelievable. Like they sang constantly throughout the game, encouragement from the sides. You can hear positive words from the sides, and just like our fans here, they're going to be the ones that spur us on, and hopefully the ones that we take out to May will be similar to the ones that we can bring here to Oldham on Saturday.
Yeah, and 7 seconds I spoke about. A couple of them I want to talk about, your not personal life, but so that fans can get to know you.
No
I don't know if you've read many of the programmes so far this season. Let's just say, if you look at the last 3 or 4, you've been digging out your music choices in the dressing room pre-match. What's your response back to that?
Everyone is entitled to an opinion, and that is one thing that being a footballer you've got to be very diplomatic, and I almost think that I've got a black mark against my name for 1 or 2 poor music choices. But one thing I will say is now I only put my music on when I'm in the gym on my own, so they don't have to listen to it because they're not in there, so it's not their problem anymore. But like I said, it's one of those things that's what gets me going. That's what gets me performing at what I think is a high level in the gym. So if I've got to listen to that to get the best out of myself, I'll do that. But if not, I'm sure I can purchase a pair of headphones from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair to say that it was quite interesting because Taylor was talking about it as sort of like a deep house. Then Tristan was saying it wasn't deep house. It's very confusing.
Right.
How would you describe the music style?
Taylor is actually my roommate, so we live in the flat together. So what many people probably don't know is I've actually got like DJ decks and stuff like that in my house. So that is obviously the majority of what goes on a DJ decks is a lot of deep house, but I can mix it up. I'm a very versatile mixer, I think. So I just think lads who like a specific type of music catch me at the wrong time. So if I am asked to perform a different sort of music, I can produce that. That's what they just think it's all deep house and all techno music, and it's not. There is a wider variety than that, but I think they haven't seen the best of me yet as a DJ. But yeah, look out, Ibiza 2035. I'll be there.
And I think we would say Taylor was programming interview tonight, so if you want to go and read what he said.
Yeah, I've had a look. He's not getting any dinner tonight because I've had a look what he said, so he's not getting any dinner tonight. So yeah, that's him sorted for the week.
But we've also got to talk about what he's like to live with?
No, he's lazy, really lazy, which is unlike him really, because on the pitch he's a really hard worker, and in training he's a hard worker as well. But yeah, around the house he's lazy. I mean, they've been playing rock paper scissors for who's going to clean the bathroom tomorrow. So so he's extremely lazy around the house. I mean, I've been away with Wales now for 10 days, and I've come back and not a thing's been cleaned and not a thing's been wiped. So yeah, I've been onto him, but yeah, hopefully he can take some of what he does on the pitch off it and start ratting around the house and getting some things cleaned.
Yeah, he was saying that you were the one to ask him to move in. You're clearly joking with those answers, but
massive regret on my part, really, asking him to move in. No, I'm joking. No, he's been a good lad. He's an extreme, he's another high level of professional. He's played at a very high level with Charlton in the Championship and in League One. He knows what it's like to be a day in, day out professional. So no, he's a good boy, but could do with a little bit more help around the kitchen. I think a little bit more cleaning. Perfect.
And he was talking about how you helped settle him in, because he came in a little bit later in terms of pre-season. I mean, I guess that was something that you were looking to do to help him when he came in.
And for the people that don't know me, I'm actually quite a loud, brash character. But the people that know me will obviously tell you that, no doubt. So I don't really hold anything back. I'm quite easy to get to know. I'm quite open. I'm quite loud, and I like to make myself known in the dressing room and stuff like that. And Taylor's a complete opposite. So having the both of us together is quite good, because when he doesn't speak, I do all his speaking for him. So, but no, around the house he's a top boy. But like I said, just get his dish rags out and he can start doing some dishes or something. That'd be a massive help to the family.
And I guess when you drive into training, are you putting the music on in the car?
We have a rule. No, we have a rule. Whoever's car it is can choose the music. So I've got to sit there and suffer his abysmal R&B and stuff like that. It's absolutely shocking. And he's got to sit there and obviously all the really good techno and house music that I play, he's got to sit there and enjoy that for 5 minutes for the drive into training as well. So he likes that. I can always see the smile on his face when he gets in my car in the morning, 100%.
And I want to go back to that music a little bit, because the fans are finding it quite funny actually that pick me 3 songs that would describe what sort of music you were playing in the dressing room that people didn't particularly like.
3 songs, so there'd be probably I'm trying to think of like 3 ends of the spectrum, like really hard. So it'd be like Patrick Topping, B Sharp, Say Now, which is quite a lively one that nobody likes apart from me. There's a lot of bad ones, isn't it? A lot of heavy techno. Route 94, Forget the Girl. That's a little bit less, but that's very good. Give that one a listen. And it's called. No, not that one. What one am I thinking of? Dennis. Pass me a phone. No, Dennis Cruz. Go on Spotify. I think it's Dennis Cruz. Hang on 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm ruining your interview. I think it's Dennis Cruz. Yeah, it is. Fever. Dennis Cruz, Fever. Yeah, give those 3 a listen. Then you'll be able to come and see my set in Ibiza 2035, and you'll hear all 3 of them songs, 100%.
But obviously, you say not quite the resident county DJ anymore.
No, they won't let me near it. They won't let me near the public speaker at the minute. So yeah, I'm just having a little rest to get my act together, I think.
Who is the current one, and is he any good?
It is Joss Labadie, but it's wearing thin. It is wearing thin because it's the same 3 songs. He's got the same 3 go-to songs, and I won't be able to name them to you now, but they're terrible. But they are good. They're classics. But when you hear them every week and every day, because when he's on the speaker every day, they do wear thin. It's like anything, you hear it too much and it becomes samey and it becomes boring. So no, he's good. Because he does a little bit of DJing as well. He's actually got decks himself, and he does house music. But then as soon as we come in around other people, he completely changes his mantra and it's back to like safe R&B and stuff like that. So yeah, some of it's good, but just when you hear it 3 times a day, every day, for 4 months, it wears a little bit thin.
Fair enough. And the final one I wanted to talk about was obviously your relationship with Nick Townsend. Obviously, speaking here, he's just kept a clean sheet. Performed very well, I thought. But how is that relationship going in training? I can't remember to save my life what he said about you, but I know it was positive.
Yeah, I hope so. No, Nick's a fantastic trainer. I think we are 2 very, very different goalies. Not to say that either one of us, like, we're both performing at a high level, I'd say. When he's come into the team, he's done unbelievable, and I'd like to think that I've performed quite well when I've been called upon as well in the team. But yeah, we're two very different